Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Dia. I've recently decided to run my first ultra marathon, which is going to be in August, and I just thought I would go ahead and record my journey just in case anybody else was on the same journey looking for inspiration or just enjoys watching running vlogs like I do. If you haven't watched my previous vlogs, I've been struggling with food and my training plan. I pulled up a training plan online and thought that it would be easy to follow, but it isn't because our schedule is kind of all over the place and having to move around our long run has been a little bit more difficult than we thought. And because we haven't exactly dialed in a healthy eating plan, we've eaten out a little more often lately than we usually do, and that's just caused us to not feel properly fueled and feel our best. Along this journey, I have learned a few things, mainly about shoes and about where to find inspiration and some motivation to embark on a journey like this. About a month ago, I started looking up run clubs in Arizona because I just wanted to find some like-minded people to be able to run with. We used to live in San Diego and all of our runner friends are back in California, so we felt like it was time to find some new runner friends out here in Arizona. I found this run club and it looked like it was going to just be really friendly and fun. And I didn't end up going when I had planned to because my husband was traveling in California and I didn't want to go alone, so I didn't end up going. But this past Monday, we finally did it. We finally went. We almost didn't because we were tired, and we're morning people. My husband gets up at 4 in the morning and I get up at 5, and usually we're in bed by 9 o'clock at night, but the run club starts at 6:15 and doesn't end until 7:30. So that was a little bit of a challenge for us because quite honestly, I usually eat dinner around 4:30, 5 o'clock, and then I'm about ready for bed by 8 and I'm asleep by 9. Trying to fit this into our schedule was gonna be iffy, but we went ahead and went on Monday. And I'm telling you guys, if there is a local run club near you and you wanna stay motivated and maybe find some variety in your running, do it. Go check it out. I feel like this is going to change the running game for me. I enjoy running, and I enjoy running far and slow, and I can run forever. I hate strength training. I don't care to do intervals, and when I have to do those on my own because a training plan tells me to, I'll do it once or twice and then I end up not doing it again, and I just end up going right back to my just running. And to get stronger and faster as a runner, I know that's not gonna cut it. So we went to this run club on Monday and I had so much fun, and the people were so nice and friendly and encouraging, and there's all levels in this club. There's 3 groups: runners, joggers, and walkers. My husband encouraged me to run with the runners, and I really pushed myself because they're fast and I was able to keep up, but I was pretty sore after. But I felt so good. I felt so accomplished. This club meets Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. Mondays are interval training. And then on Tuesday, my husband and I took the day off of running because we were sore from Monday. And we started to look for some new shoes, which I'm gonna get into in a moment because I'm really stubborn when it comes to my shoes, and my stubbornness has been holding me back. And I'll share that with you guys in a minute. Wednesday, what we do is circuit training, and I've never done circuit training before, and we did 5 circuits, and there's planks in there, running, wall sits, step ups, all sorts of different things. So the variety made it a lot of fun. The time flew by. We had a relay at the end, and it was my husband's team against my team, and my team won. That was a lot of fun, and it just makes running and doing those parts of it that aren't fun, at least to me, a lot easier to get through. We had ordered my husband a pair of shoes on Wednesday evening, so we went to go pick them up Thursday so that we can get them and do a long run on Thursday because my husband's leaving for the weekend, so pretty much Thursday evening was the only time we could do our long run. We went and got his shoes. We ended up eating out, and I didn't feel good after. I felt tired, full, sleepy, but we said we were gonna go for a run. So we went for a run, and it's really nice in Arizona here. There's like what is it? It's called it's like a river thing, and it goes for miles and miles. So we parked at like this main park area, and we started running, and we just basically ran out 5 miles and then ran back 5 miles. But because we got a late start, it got dark by the time we reached mile 5, and both of us didn't bring headlamps. So it was pretty dark out, and some areas were a little bit sketchy, so it was a little bit scary at times. We actually kept the same pace. We ran the 10 miles with a 10:35 pace, which is a lot faster for my husband than he normally runs, and a little bit slower than what I normally run. But there were times where I would start speeding up, and he would tell me, "You're about to be running by yourself," and then I would slow it back down again, because there was no way I was gonna run down that thing alone at night in the dark. So that was pretty scary. Next time, we just really need to be more prepared. I told him I think what we're gonna do is go ahead and pack a bag ahead of time that just always has our headlamps, some towels, and extra water, and just bring that with us whenever we go for a run. And then when we get home, just go ahead and change everything out again, so it's just always ready, because I don't ever want that to happen again. Today is Run Club again, Friday, and we haven't been to a Friday yet. It's trail running, so I really want to do it because our ultra marathon is a trail run. So I want to get used to trail running. I keep trying to talk myself out of it because we ran the 10 miles yesterday and I'm sore, but honestly, my arms are more sore from our circuit training than my legs are sore from yesterday's run. I currently don't have a car because my daughter and I always shared a car. She went back to school and she's working again, so it's time for me to get myself a car again. So if I want to go tonight, I have to wait until my son gets home and borrow his car and go. So, you know, all the little obstacles make it easy to try and talk yourself out of it, but I'm hoping I'm going. I'm telling myself I'm going, and I'll let you guys know if I do. So yeah, huge tip: if you need to find motivation in running, find a run club near you, because it is a game changer. The other thing I wanted to talk to you guys about was shoes. I'm a Nike girl because I have small feet and a high arch, and Nike have just always fit my feet perfectly, especially these Nike Free 2018s. I get these all the time. They run around $90. Sometimes you can get them as low as $65. They're just really minimal shoes. My favorite part about them is the Flyknit part. They're really thin. They fit like a sock. Most shoes to me are just so thick and bulky, and my foot always slides out of them. So I've been wearing these for, man, I don't even know how many years I've been wearing these, but I have always run in these. A few weeks ago when we did our 12-mile run, my feet were hurting pretty bad. My knees were hurting pretty bad. And a lot of it is because rocks get stuck in the bottom of this shoe really easily. And because it doesn't have much cushioning on it, it's extremely minimal. My feet were getting sore from hitting the pavement for so long. So I thought it was maybe time to start looking into new shoes. I tried a bunch of Nike on and I really didn't care for any of them, so I watched a bunch of videos. I wish I can remember which video it was from, but I ended up finding these New Balance shoes. I've never worn New Balance before. I ordered these on Amazon. I'll leave the link down below. They arrived right before Run Club, so I gave them a try, and oh my gosh, having the cushioning in your shoe is a game changer when you're running long miles. I love these. They're extremely lightweight. The fabric around your ankle is cushioned, but not too cushioned where you have that big, thick cushioning going around it. I like the laces too. They stay tied really well, and the tongue is really thin, and the arch is in the perfect place for me. These run around $140, and they're well worth it. I love these so much that we ended up going and getting my husband a pair. He normally runs in the Nike Free Flyknit like I do, but he also has a pair of Nike Pegasus. I tried the Nike Pegasus, but I didn't like the way they fit. But he had those to run in, but I told him that he had to try on a pair of these so that he can see the difference. And we went and he did, and he walked out with a pair of these almost in the same color, but I made him get blue because we didn't want to be too matchy-matchy. These, game changer. While I was obsessing about finding the perfect shoe, especially for long runs, I came across the Nike Alphafly 3 and I wanted it so bad. But they're quite expensive. They're around $289 and they're pretty much sold out everywhere. They had some on Nike, but they were this bright yellow color that I didn't care for, and I saw on somebody's channel she had a white pair, so I really wanted those. My husband ended up surprising me and finding me a pair at Dick's, and he ordered them and had them shipped. These are them. I feel like they're so ugly, they're beautiful. What really caught my attention on these was this shoe part, because it's almost like a sock, just like the Flyknit ones. It's a lot stiffer than the Nike Flyknit, but it still has that sock-like feel that I love. And the cushioning isn't too bulky either. I hate when they go out really wide because I'm clumsy and I trip over my own feet. It has a carbon plate in it, which I've never ran in before. I was terrified to put these on and run in them because I was so afraid I wasn't going to love them. And for that price, I need to love them. We took them out on our 10-mile run yesterday and I was not disappointed. These are going to be my long distance shoes as long as I'm running on the road and not the trail from here on out, or until they come out with something better, because having all this extra cushioning just made the run so much easier. In my Nike Free, I just feel like I'm pounding on the pavement and that shock is just going up my body, for 2 hours. But these, it was a really nice run. They feel like running on clouds. And I told my husband for our long runs, he needed to get some sort of shoe like this. Unfortunately, this one was sold out in his size everywhere, but we did find the Vaporfly for him. It's similar to this. I tried the Vaporfly on and I didn't care for it, mainly because this cushion on the back right here on the Vaporfly is a lot thicker and that bothered me. But this one fits my foot perfect. And like I said, I ran 10 miles last night and today I feel good. My arms are more sore from Wednesday's circuit training than my legs and feet are sore from my 10-mile run yesterday. I wish I would have stopped being stubborn many years ago and just found a shoe with more cushion in it. I think that's all I wanted to tell you guys about shoes. So if you're new, try on a bunch of them. I tried on so many different brands. I feel like I was really lucky that I ordered this one online and it ended up fitting me. I know the second I put on a shoe if it's going to irritate me or not. And when I put these on, I knew I was gonna love them. Nike, New Balance, those are my shoes. At first, I thought I would still maybe use these ones for anything under 3 miles or under 5 miles. But now that I've run in these other shoes, I don't think I'm ever gonna go back to these. I am gonna probably wear them as just a walking shoe because they're so lightweight and I love how they fit me, but I don't think I'll ever run in them again. I'd say that makes me sad, but it doesn't because I love these other shoes far more. These I'm not gonna be buying very often. I'm only using them for my long runs of probably 7 miles or more, maybe even just my 10-mile plus runs because they're expensive to me. And I don't wanna be buying new pairs of those all the time. But these, if you guys have any recommendations, if you've tried these and you know of a similar shoe, let me know. I would love to try some more. I think that's about it. I will hopefully go to the run club today. I'll let you guys know if I do, and I'll insert it here if I do. Hey guys, I did go to the run club last night for the trail run and I recorded some footage before I left. I don't know what happened while I was editing it, but I accidentally deleted it off my computer and I had already reformatted my card on my camera, so it's just gone. But I think all I did was tell you how nervous I was to go, and I showed you my trail running shoes. My trail running shoes are my Nike Gore-Tex 4. I love these. They're pretty lightweight. They have a really good grippy bottom on them, and they have that sock structure that I like at the top. This one comes up a little bit higher and it hugs my ankle, so I like that rocks don't fly around and go into my shoe, because that tends to happen a lot when I have a lower shoe on. And these did me good last night. They're quite comfortable. Not as cushy as my other new shoes, but perfect for trail running. Okay, so I had my son drop me off last night and I kind of waited around to see if I was going to know anybody there, because not everybody comes all 3 sessions. There ended up being 3 people there that I was familiar with, and then there was another couple who brought their dog, and of course everybody's super nice. But because there was only 7 of us there, I ended up being the only runner. We were supposed to run out or hike for 30 minutes down the trail and then come back at 30 minutes. I've never hiked this trail before. It was pretty well marked. I don't think I was gonna get lost. Every once in a while, even though you would kind of be alone and feel like you were in the middle of nowhere, you'd kind of come around a corner and there would be a campsite there. But I noticed everybody pretty much hiked to the top of the path, and it had the absolute most gorgeous views. But I was only about 1.5 miles in and I wanted to do more. So I ended up running down the back end of that, weaving along the desert floor, enjoying the beautiful skies. I wanted to turn back at 28 minutes just to give myself an extra few minutes in case I was slower. But around 24 minutes, I started to feel like I was just getting too far from the group. And I was about to run towards a campsite that was pretty secluded, and I don't know, I didn't feel comfortable, so I figured I should turn around. So I turned around and started to run back, and that's when I realized I had to run back up that huge hill. But I saw one of the guys at the top and he was watching me to make sure I was okay. That was an awesome realization. I made it back up the hill, chatted with one of the girls up there for a minute because the skies were so gorgeous, you guys. I am used to San Diego sunsets and they're beautiful, but there's nothing like a desert sky. And I was just enjoying every minute of it on my run. I wanted to run for the full hour, but I only ended up running for 46 minutes and I got 4 miles in. And it was a pretty slow 4 miles. I stopped twice along the way to walk and talk to a couple of people, but after our 10-mile run, it was good that I slowed down, and because I'm not used to trail running, it was probably good that I slowed down too. I was really bummed after because I had my son drive me there and they have a tailgate party after, and I didn't want to keep my son waiting to come get me, so I skipped the tailgate party. If I had my own car, I would have probably stayed, but my son did make me a hamburger for dinner, and after the trail run and not eating since lunch, it was perfect. I had a vodka cranberry, which I think I vowed to myself now, I'm gonna cut alcohol out for a while. I feel that way right now. I'll let you guys know how I end up doing next week, but that was probably the last drink I have for a while because I'm starting to feel better. I'm starting to eat a little bit cleaner, and I just really want to start improving my running. I know I've been running for years, but I feel like a brand new runner because I've always only just done it for fun, never to really improve on my performance. And I feel like I'm at that point in my life where I want to improve my fitness and my endurance. So we'll see. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, I'd really appreciate a thumbs up. It helps me out. If you want to see more from me, be sure to subscribe. And if you want to be notified whenever I post a new video, hit that notification bell. I don't have any set plan right now. I'm just trying to record in between running our photography business, but I hope to take you guys out on quite a few more runs with me within the following weeks. I hope you guys are having a good day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.